Greg, I love this idea about your passion and purpose, but you just don't understand. I've been told no too many times. Well, we've all been told no, right? This is my daughter, Faith. It's my oldest. She's 16. When she was 6 years old, she got in her first play, and I'm telling you, it was like she was struck by lightning. This is what she wants to do. I said, Dad, I'm going to be on Broadway. I said, all right. Thought it was a face. It's not a face. She still does it. So she's in multiple plays every year, but she's never had the lead. But what I love about Faith is when she gets a no, she tries to fix it. She goes to the director and says, hey, what can I do to get better so that the next play I try out for, I'll have a better role? And so she came to me and said, Dad, I need acting lessons. I'm like, okay. So we got her acting lessons. She's acting in plays at school, but still she thought that wasn't enough. On her own, on the web, she found a troupe to try out for in town. Tried out and made that. She came to me and said, Dad, I need singing lessons. I said, okay. She's singing in choir at school. She's taking the singing lessons. Again, she finds another choir to try out for and makes that. And she said, Dad, I need dancing lessons. I said, Faith, I need more money. She said, I get it, Dad. So she took the iPad down to the unfinished part of the basement, put on tap shoes, and typed into YouTube how to tap dance. And for months, she was down there teaching herself how to tap dance. And she got really good. And just last year, at the end of the school year, for the first time ever, she got the lead in one of the school plays. Awesome. And then as a senior, the very first play this year, she got the lead again. And I said to her, you know, if you've been getting the lead since you were 6, do you think you'd be as good of an actress, dancer, singer as you are today? And she said, no way, Dad. The people that have been getting the leads all the time, I'm passing them because they were coasting while I was working and growing. See, those no's made Faith into the person she needed to be to get that lead, to reach the success she wanted. And maybe all those no's are what's going to lead her one day to Broadway. What no's have you gotten in your life that have forced you to become somebody new and better, to reach levels of success that you thought you could never reach? Sometimes a no is better than a yes. When I talk to people of all types of industries, they say, Greg, our biggest problem is we don't have engaged employees. Yeah, that's a huge problem. Latest surveys show 60% of American workers say they're not engaged or even hate their jobs. Horrible work environment to be in, right? But beyond that, it hurts your bottom line because you've got this constant turnover. You're looking at extra sick days and poor performance. That's not good. So what do? Well, here's something that's really cool. They found the biggest driver for employee and customer engagement is the desire for purpose in what you do. So if you have a strong purpose at your company that everybody's rallying around, you've got a competitive edge. Because employees, from millennials to boomers, want more than just a job, a paycheck, and benefits. They want to make a difference. They want to count. They want to matter. They want to be respected for what they do. And they want to be part of something bigger than themselves that lines up with their values and their purpose. They want to do business on purpose. I had a guy come up to me and say, Greg, you're kind of depressing me. I said, what? He said, well, you got me all excited about my passion and purpose, but I'm too old to do it. Now, this guy only looked like he was in his late 50s, maybe early 60s. And I said, well, what's your passion and purpose? He said, well, I kind of want to be a priest. I said, a priest? That is not a young man's game. Have you seen the Pope? He's 79. I think you could probably still become a priest. The only person that thought he was too old for that dream was him. But of course, that's the only person that really matters. Too old? Have you heard of Foul Sing? Now, this guy was born with a birth defect and couldn't even walk until he was 5 years old. Now, late in life, his wife died, one of his children died, and he became very depressed. But then he got this passion and purpose. He decided he wanted to run for charities. And he ran his first marathon at the age of 89. And then he just kept running and running and running, became famous, did all kinds of great work. But in full disclosure, he has stopped running competitive marathons. He ran his last one when he was 102. Too old? I hate this expression, go big or go home. Take a huge leap. And the reason I don't like it is because that means if you don't go big, you have to go home. And what it does is it allows fear to creep in. Well, what if it doesn't work? What if I fail? What if I lose all my money? What if my wife leaves me? What if my children hate me? So you end up doing nothing. No. It's not go big or go home. It's start small and then go big. Take that huge goal that you have, but let's break it down into smaller goals and mini goals and daily action plans so we know what we're going to do today, in a week, in a month, in 6 months, in a year. And what we do is we get this little success and we gain this momentum, and now we got another success and another success and another success. And now, man, we're ready to go large because now all these little successes are adding up into something really, really big. Don't go big or go home. Let's just start going. Well, that's a great reason to ride your bicycle. Let me tell you why I wanted to ride my bicycle. I was the smallest kid in the neighborhood, and all the big boys were riding their bikes, and they were miles from their house. Remember when you could ride a long way from your house and you weren't worried about anybody snatching you? Right, that's what we wanted to do. And I thought riding my bike was freedom. It was independence. It was speed. And man, when I learned how to ride my bicycle, oh man, this is literally what I did in my neighborhood. I'm riding my bicycle! I am riding my bicycle! And people were coming out of their homes going, shut the Knapp kid up. But I didn't care, man, because I was riding my bicycle. And it was awesome. And it was worth all the times I fell. It was worth all the times I skinned up my knees. It was worth the concussion I got because my brother taught me how to ride my bicycle. He forgot to teach me how to stop, and he ran me right into the closed garage door. Whole other story. But it was worth it all. And that's the second part of real change. The first part, remember, we talked about you have to convince yourself you must change. But the second part is that you have to convince yourself the short-term pain that you're going through is worth it for the long-term pleasure you're going to get. Because every time we change, there will be pain. You will fall, but it'll be worth it. After the last time I gave this talk, I had somebody come up to me and say, Greg, I love the idea of building my business around a purpose. But does that mean I have to be nonprofit and not make any money? Like, no! Look at the companies that we've been talking about today. Apple, Zappos, Life is Good. They all build their business around their purpose, and they make plenty of money. In fact, building your business around your purpose can increase your profits. Look at Southwest. Southwest decided, we're not going to charge you for checked bags. Everybody else is charging for checked bags, right? Southwest isn't, because they're sticking to their purpose, which is this: to connect people to what's important through friendly, reliable, low-cost air travel. Well, but look at all the money they could be making on these checked bags. But guess what they've gotten instead? They've gotten more loyal customers. They've attracted more loyal employees. And in fact, they've also made more money. Southwest consistently still has the highest profit margin in the airlines. By living out their purpose, they're making more money, not less money. And tomorrow morning when you wake up, ask yourself this question: what action can I take right now that's going to change this day and eventually my life? Because really, that's how you make your future. Sure, you plan for it, but what really makes your future is adding up all the right nows. The action you take right now, and right now, and right now, and all those little actions add up for the future of the life you want. Take action. Let's go.